Everyone, today is December 7th. It is a Thursday, 11 a.m. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Wars. Let's take a look at the markets. What's going on today? A lot of interesting news. Not really, but there's a lot of hype and a lot of shit's going down, and BTC is going up, and it's just exciting times, exciting times. We saw a little pump in Steam. I don't know if that will continue. I think a lot of the times, you see some whales want to exit, and sometimes what they'll do is they'll jack up the price so that they can exit. I think, maybe. Not all the time, but sometimes. And, also I wanted to announce too, first and foremost, to all the Steam shareholders out there, because SBD has kind of been pumping, what I did is I got rid of some, and it was about, this January, the dividend will pay out $1.20 per token, which is pretty cool. So my account was generated like 200 SBD, and then it shot all the way up to like $6, and then so basically everyone that's holding Steam shares January 1st will get a $1 or above $1.20 dividend, crypto dividend, which is pretty cool. So Steam shares holds value, man. It's truth. Given that its value has actually gone up a lot because of that, so like tenfold. So Steam shares is going up. But anyways, so what's the latest news? BTC breaking 15,000 is pretty extreme. There's a lot of hype right now. I think obviously that's what everyone's buying. That are just getting into it. They just want to own, what everyone else owns, so they can go to their friends and be like, "Yo, I own some what everyone else owns because I'm a follower. I want to own everything everyone else owns." And see, that's what I'm seeing, right? People. See, it's so hard to teach people about crypto and invest because they're not people are they're interested in crypto. They're not investor types. They're like very interested in the technology, but that's the problem, right? They don't even know how to use it. Like, people don't even know how to send it back and forth. They don't even know how to do transactions with it. So it's very like speculative right now, and there's a lot of greed coming into the space, and I see it everywhere. I see greed everywhere. It's insane. Like. So, I do think like once BTC corrects, the alts will then take off because people naturally chase rising prices. And then what's going to happen too is once the alts kind of reset after that, you're going to see a lot of people stay away from it because it's going to face some corrections, and this stuff has to get, because until people start utilizing it in everyday life and in softwares and in programs and in, day-to-day things, and it actually holds like value and utility, then it's gonna at least slow down, right? It's just because you got to think of the time being. It's not that BTC is overvalued against the dollar, because the dollar is really worthless, but it's what you attach to the dollar is what makes it worth, right? Intrinsic value. Like if you buy a house, right? Your house is worth so much, and that holds real value because it's a house. You just attach it to the dollar because it's a representation of, how you view it, your perception. So right now, the perception of what crypto should be valued at is very skewed because people don't know what it's valued, right? So they'll just buy it at any price because they think it's going to go up forever type stuff. And, it's going to continue to grow for sure, but it's going to face a lot of ups and downs. And you're going to see a lot of people, everyone has their own experience in the space. It's funny because not everyone has a good experience. I've heard of so many stories of like crypto heads that like off themselves because they just can't take some of the heat that comes with it all, I heard this one story, I forget what program it was, but something about how this kid got locked out of his account. It was like a huge account, and he killed himself because he couldn't believe that he worked his way up so high and then he lost it. So, and it's one of those things where you have to realize, like, the thing is, cryptocurrency is not the solution to society's problems as much as crypto heads want to think. Like, I'm a very spiritual person, and I just realized that, like, the love for money is the root of all evil, whether it's crypto, gold, silver, whatever you, fiat dollars, whatever. Like anything that's not from like the love of God and the Lord, like you're off, you know? So, because it's not, nothing, no fulfillment comes externally, it comes internally. And no wisdom comes from man, right? It comes from God. So, what I'm getting at with that is when you look at it, you know, spiritual sense was actually the proper way to view things is that, you know, this technology isn't supposed to be liberating in the sense of investment and returns. It's supposed to be liberating in the sense that, hey, I'm a small business owner. I started accepting cryptocurrency and I saved, you know, thousands of dollars a year because of all the credit card bullshit that the credit card corporations were putting me through. So now I'm saving money and making more money because I accept Bitcoin or other crypto, not Bitcoin because the transaction fees are so high, but other cryptocurrencies for my services. And because of that, I'm not getting screwed over by the credit card companies. So that's how it helps society, not, oh, I want to buy this ICO and watch it go X5 and sell it to someone that loses tons of money in it. Like, that's called greed. And as that continues, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's right there. So I just think, like, I don't know. I mean, right now, for example, like, you have the altcoins bleeding out, you know, like crazy. And, like, a lot of these projects are not that legitimate. They just want to get your hands on BTC. And even the ones that are legitimate are still very speculative for the time being, and they're not being used. And I think we're going to see a huge run up in the alts once Bitcoin slows down, and people, you know, people that have been riding the BTC are going to want to go into other cheaper coins and things once they kind of get bored with holding it, and once the price kind of corrects and they start to see rising prices and things. And then after that, we're going to see the bubble pop, I think, in probably early 2018, probably first quarter 2018. So yeah, that's my take on what's going on right now. And yeah, interesting times lie ahead. There's an unpredictable space, you know. Just be careful. Okay, bye.